that Turkey.
All right, Captain John Ryan from Northeast Detectives.
Can you go a little closer to the mic? Sorry.
Sure.
There you go. No, you're good. Okay. Can you just walk us through what happened here?
Well, late last night, 9:40 p.m. at Cheltenham and Charles, Highway Patrol officers observed a gray Tesla commit traffic violations. It had a headlight that was out. They initiated a traffic stop. During the course of the traffic stop, they observed a firearm in the vehicle. They tried to get the operator out of the vehicle. He fled, regrettably dragging the Highway Patrol officer maybe 100 meters down the road. He got shook off the vehicle, so to speak. He was transported to Frankfurt Tarsdale. He was treated and released last night, thankfully, with minor injuries. At the time, we feared perhaps he had a broken leg, but he is banged up. Description of the vehicle was put out. The operator had given over his identifying information for the vehicle and for himself that was left behind at the scene, so that was, of course, helpful. The vehicle was located at 7th and Cumberland, probably 6:45 a.m. this morning by alert 26 district officers. So that's been towed to the police garage. The investigation is ongoing. We do have an arrest warrant submitted for the operator. He was identified through investigation, but we're not able to release his name or photograph at this time.
Are you certain that the identifying information he handed over was actually him?
Yes, well, we did a proper identification on the suspect with the officers present. They were able to ID the operator as one and the same.
This guy ain't smart. I mean, you give over your information, your identifying information, you take off. I mean,
regrettably, some people just panic and make things worse, rather than just cooperating with the police, and it makes it safer for everybody.
Did he have any outstanding warrants at that time?
No.
Was the gun recovered?
Not at this time, no.
Wasn't in the car.
Well, we haven't gone through the car yet.
What can you tell us about the injured highway patrolman? A little bit about him.
He's a younger officer assigned to Highway Patrol. I mean, they're out there doing a good job, trying to protect the citizens and make everybody safer. And regrettably, he's not seriously injured, and it's just an example of the dangers the police officers face every day out there doing the job.
Someone said he'd recently been officer of the month.
Yes. Yeah. Officer of the month of Highway Patrol when you got a whole unit full of officers of the month.
Yeah.
Now,
You know?
the driver was pulled over because of broken headlight or tail?
And he just cruised the stop sign, more or less right in front of the marked unit.
Yeah, 'cause I was going to ask, I thought there was some rule that was passed, I guess, a year or two ago about, broken tail light, but he went through a red light or
A stop sign, yes.
And then you said he was he kicked off? Did the driver force him off the vehicle before he sped off?
Well, it's not clear at this time because we haven't completed the investigation yet on exactly how that happened. But he was definitely shook off of the vehicle. Like he got hung up in the door frame with the driver.
Was the highway patrolman alone, or did he have a partner?
He had a partner, yeah. The Highway Patrol, generally speaking, in this case, is two men.
And where was the other partner? Do you know?
They're usually on the other side of the car.
So they had
He
surrounded the
he
car?
wasn't hurt. Well, you go up
Yeah.
one person on each side.
He wasn't dragged or anything like that.
No, he was not injured.
He was dragged. You say that shook off the car. Did they hit another parked car that shook him off, or?
No, his injuries might have been more severe if that happened, because sometimes you get crushed between two cars. So thankfully, that didn't happen. Like I said, he was shook up though, rib injuries to his legs, and some road rash.
Can you confirm that the suspect lived a block away from where he ditched the car?
No, it's not. We can't confirm where the subject lives at this point.
Are you asking them to turn themselves in, and have they cooperated at all? You haven't heard.
Well, we haven't heard from them, but I mean, they'll be hearing from us at some point.
Police found the car.
And the person we're talking about knows who he is, so better for him just to come in and see us.
Police found the car near where he lives?
Well, we haven't confirmed where he lives because his address of record, I don't believe is valid. So there's other work that needs to be done.
Does he have a connection to the house on the 100 block of Cumberland? Can you at least say that?
Well, that's not clear at this point.
How did police find the vehicle? Are you able to say
That's alert patrol officers. I mean, the description was put out. They eventually got the tag out. It's not like a lot. There's more Teslas than there used to be, but I mean, they're kind of unique and they stand out.
And can you describe police after they stopped the vehicle? You said they tried to get the driver out. Can you kind of just walk us through what happened after they stopped the vehicle?
Oh, they observed. I believe they observed the firearm in the vehicle and tried to get the driver to step out. And at that point, he became uncooperative and fled.
And how did he get dragged? Was the door open, or was it just the window open, or how did he kind of get caught up with the car?
Oh, like I said, investigation's still in its early stages, and we don't have all the video and other stuff complete. So to comment on that kind of minutia, I think would be premature.
Sorry, body cam on?
Highway Patrol, I don't believe has body cam yet.
Was there footage recovered from any of the neighbors or any?
We're still working on that. It takes time, though.
Does the driver have a permit to carry? Have you gotten that far?
The driver does not have a permit to carry now.
You kind of touched on this, but you talked about the dangers of traffic stops. This is a traffic stop that led to, they're trying to seize a gun. There's, another element of danger with that. Can you kind of talk to what these officers face?
Well, it's an example of the police out there doing that dangerous work, keeping everybody here safe, like throughout the city. And more guns off the street, I mean, it's just a better thing. So, and then it's, again, to the public, it's much better off just cooperating with the police, not fighting, not fleeing. So it makes it safer for the public, makes it safer for us, makes it safer for the accused.
Where was the car found again, on Cumberland Street?
7th and Cumberland.
7th and Cumberland. And when the car drove away, which way did it go?
Went down Charles Street.
Down Charles. The correct way or
The right way. He was facing the right way. It's one way.
So you ran a stop sign or red light?
Stop sign. I think Cheltenham and Charles is a stop sign, if I'm not mistaken.
But he also had a broken headlight? Or
Headlight.
Is that from the impact of the officer, or how did that happen? The broken.
No, it came like that. It wasn't anything to do with us.
And did he strike the officer, or did he run over the officer? Do you know?
No, the officer wasn't run over. It was just drugged, got hung up in the car. But again, the exact mechanism or how exactly it happened is not clear at this point.
what charges is this suspect facing right now?
I'll be facing aggravated assault on police, all the lesser charges, probably violation of Uniform Firearms Act, and reckless endangerment of another person.
And the firearm that was in the